Okay, I briefly brought this man up in my video yesterday about Jason Bin, this man right here, Anand Jon. And I've talked about this man before in the past briefly, but after bringing him up in my Jason Bin video, I completely fell down a rabbit hole and I have to share my findings. But this man was a fashion designer who is currently serving a sentence of 59 years to life in prison in California for multiple counts of R-word and SA. And in the past, we've talked about him because he is adjacent to this entire network, and there's an infamous photo of him kissing Ivanka Trump during the time when she was modeling for John Casablancas' Elite Models. My mutual Tara Rule has also shared details on her page of how Anand Jon is still actively preying upon girls and women from behind bars. I'll insert some clips of her video, but I will also tag her in the caption so you can check them out yourself if you want.
I did a video about this guy a couple years ago, linked it down below. He had contacted me about some proposition, pay me a lot of money, send me all over the world, do modeling and this, that, the third. He wanted me to be, it seemed like some kind of recruiter because I was an activist. Very quickly realized something was very wrong. And in that video, you'll see like the old Instagram page, all the like undergirls on the Instagram page, really creepy. He sent me like a 400-page manifesto that's like psychobabble. But he blocked me. And then I thought it had stopped. He was posting things on Backstage, which is a casting website. Until recently, I've been getting reached out to by a number of young women, some of them telling me that they found my video and they have been contacted by him on the prison phone. I wouldn't be so inclined to believe that there's something nefarious about this if it weren't for the fact that this is exactly how this guy was doing whatever he was doing before with these types of things. You can go ahead and look them up. Instagram has a girl, she looks like a girl, like literally taking off her top. John, I know you're trying to create this whole narrative that you were like wrongly accused or something, but I mean, you're in the Epstein files. What's real nefarious about this is like he's created like a whole new brand. It's called like Bee Fly, with this butterfly, and the website is like, oh, it's all girl on business, girls for girls, you gotta be careful out there because there's a lot of predators, but also there's like a safety message from John Anand Alexander, and it's like, okay. Nobody who's anyone in Hollywood has anything good to say about this guy. Seems like he also has access to social media, which I don't think he's supposed to have, and he does have like people working for him, some young women who are like kind of like running these listings on Backstage and stuff like that. I don't know their involvement. They are all young. Calling, I was just transferred to you regarding an inmate who is currently incarcerated who is making phone calls and contacting minors and doing some, I would imagine, illegal business dealings via phone from the prison. Something to do with, modeling, acting, sending them overseas, sending them to Italy, doing all this stuff. In my honest opinion, it seems like some kind of weird trafficking shit, to be honest with you. It's very not. Whatever he's doing ain't good.
But falling into this Anand Jon rabbit hole led me to a new piece of information that I have never known before, and I promise you're gonna wanna know about it. So Marla Maples, ex-wife to Donald Trump and mother of their child, Tiffany Trump, is a very close friend and supporter of Anand Jon, even after being found guilty and being sentenced to 59 years to life behind bars for multiple different acts of SA and R-word on multiple different victims. As you know, Marla Maples in present day is very much still in the life of Donald Trump. She is seen at Mar-a-Lago frequently. She's always been a big supporter of his political endeavors. Like, I know that she's the wife who's kind of more in the shadows, but it's very clear where her allegiance is when it comes to Donald Trump. And I don't know the exact circumstances that caused Anand Jon and Marla Maples to become as close as they were / are. I mean, Marla Maples was a Hawaiian Tropics beauty pageant contestant. Like, she was very much like in this world of modeling and fashion before Donald Trump, and that could have been how they met, but that's not even really relevant. This is Marla Maples outside of the courthouse where Anand Jon was found guilty and being sentenced for his crimes. This is her leading a prayer circle of his friends, family, and supporters, hoping for a lenient sentence for his crimes. Here's Marla Maples and Anand Jon's sister at another prayer event where a bunch of people gathered to pray over Anand Jon's case and praying for him to be found innocent. Again, here's them with their hands out praying over paperwork that is related to this man's case. From arrest through sentencing, Marla Maples was fully supportive of this man who is serving 59 years to life in prison. And like, please keep in mind, this man was arrested, charged, tried, convicted, and sentenced for 16 different counts of R-word and SA, including R-word with a foreign object. But wait, it gets worse. The youngest victim of this man was 14 years old. He was convicted for crimes not only against women, but children. But regardless of all that, Marla Maples, the sitting president's ex-wife, who is the mother of one of his children, supported this man all the way through. I cannot even go into detail about the many crimes this man has committed because it is just that graphic and that horrific that this video won't stay up. And the narrative that his supporters really leaned into was this idea that the entire trial, conviction, arrest, everything was a conspiracy. At one point, his supporters even pulled the card that Anand Jon had to be innocent. He did not commit these crimes because he is far too petite of a man that any woman or girl could kick his butt, so he was not physically capable of committing SA or R word, which is delusional, outrageous, and devoid of reality with the facts that we have at hand. Prior to his arrest, Anand Jon certainly had a reputation, let's say, and he hosted fashion shows that drew very interesting crowds because his fashion designs were not exactly normal. So here's Melania, Ghislaine, and Donald Trump backstage at one of Anand Jon's fashion shows. This infamous photo of Ghislaine and Donald Trump was taken at an Anand Jon fashion show. This photo of Donald Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Paris Hilton was also taken at an Anand Jon fashion show. And like I said, this man's fashion designs were most certainly not normal. They were extremely revealing, and it also was not uncommon to see him using very young models to wear his very revealing designs, which probably explains why he attracted the crowd that he did at his fashion shows. And if this guy feels familiar to you, but you just can't place him, he appeared in cycle 1 and cycle 3 of America's Next Top Model as a designer. But basically what I need to understand is why in the world did Marla Maples go to bat for this man the way that she did? And why has she not gotten any public backlash for it? Well, I mean, maybe people just don't know. I just learned this, today. But anyway, Anand Jon is currently in prison. He has a whole active social media page and a donation page and all of these things, and is still trying to overturn his conviction. But like the clips you saw at the beginning of this video, it appears that he is still actively preying upon girls and women from behind bars, and he should probably stay put.
RDMS.